'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know. All right, welcome to this week's edition of Waking Up the Outdoors with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Brought to you in part by our good friends out in Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage out in Carlisle. Just out there yesterday, got the old Polaris out and got the trailer going. And I tell you what, I really appreciate everybody down there at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. They do a wonderful job, and they will do that for you as well if you give them a holler. Dick, Richard, and all them guys. They do an amazing job, and they'll take great care of you. I promise. They will. They will. They will. They will. So, hey, just a 60-foot space. I mean, it's huge down there. So, no matter if you got a big RV, a big boat, whatever kind of storage you're looking for, you're going to have it. Good morning, Fishing Dave. Hey, we are broadcasting live this morning. I got Dustin running the controls. Andrew is on vacation.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you. And good morning, Steve. How you doing this morning? Good to see you out there. And we got the Imperial RV live stream with the new studio look up on Facebook Live right now, so everybody gets a chance to watch us there. And always enjoy seeing everybody on Facebook Live. So we got a lot to talk about here. 8 o'clock hour, we're going to have our buddy Dave over at JLM Guns. We're going to have a gun talk segment, Smoking Joe. First hour, we're going to be talking about trail cameras and spotting scopes. So now's the time to get out there and check that out. If you want to call in, you got something you want to chat about, 244-1350, 244-1350. Good morning, Matt. Good to see you out there in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Jeff. You have a great weekend, too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we'll see what's going on. Man, I tell you what, we got so much rain. Good morning, Tony. We got so much rain this week. The farm, I went down to my other farm that I hunt with a buddy of mine, and it was just absolutely crazy how saturated the moisture and stuff was. I mean, it was like a river running through it. It was just so crazy out there doing that. And the food plots are coming up. So Andy got the food plots in just in time. That's starting to sprout, so I'm happy about that. But boy, I tell you what, it was like, I don't know if I can get across that. And I had my knee-high boots, and I got a little wet, but that's all right. I got to freshen up my scrapes and see what's going on. Good morning, Ryan. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. So everybody over there at Facebook Live watching us, I appreciate that. So, hey, how's everything out there in 1350 ESPN land? 244-1350. Give Dustin something to do. We got a mailbag segment to do later today. We're going to give away one of our good old Work Sharp sharpening tools. I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live what we got. Is that not the cat's meow right there? Electric sharpener. I mean, that'll last you forever, and it'll keep you sharp. Get all your stuff out there. We're going to do one of those today, and we've got some other fun stuff to tell you about. So the deer are on the soybeans right now. I can, if you're not seeing bucks, I've got a couple nice buck pictures, but where I'm hunting at is cornfields. Across the road are soybeans, and if you're not getting a lot of buck pictures right now, if you don't have soybeans, I can tell you right now that's where they're at. They're in those soybeans laying down. They got great cover. There's water holding in those soybean fields, and they got all the food they could want. So if you want to get out there and do a little glassing, I would suggest that you focus on the soybean areas, because that's what I'm going to do, and I think we'll do pretty well without that. Definitely buck the antler development right now is really, really good. They're really looking healthy, at least on the two farms that I got my cameras on. Hi, Charlie. Good morning. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's beans are where it's at. So get out there. If you don't have a trail camera and you want to just get you a spotting scope, the nice thing about a spotting scope is you can sit in your truck. Like, here's what I'm going to do Monday or Tuesday. I can just tell you what I'm going to do. I'll be down at the farm, and I'll be in the truck, and I'll be able to sit there and glass and see and kind of just take an inventory of what kind of bachelor groups I'm seeing, what kind of bucks. This time of year, bucks run together, whitetail bucks, they're called bachelor groups. So they're going to be doing their thing and doing that. And what's nice about it, though, a lot of folks like the trail cameras because they can get their pictures or they got video, so they can save that stuff and go back throughout the season. And if they got a hit list or a target list of deer, they can go back and see, hey, well, this is what he was like in May, June, July, August, and so on. You can actually keep a diary or field notes of the deer that you got on your hit list. We try to do that on Respect the Game TV. We got certain deer that we're trying to, but I'll be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, the deer I ended up shooting is not on my hit list because if it gets me excited, I'm not going to wait for my hit list. I mean, if I get my heart starts pounding, my knees start shaking, I'm shooting. I'm sending it. It's sent. It's on the way. And but if you have your own ground and you're managing it and you have a hit list, that's a great way to do inventories. Now there's a couple. Hey Jeff, good morning, buddy. Estes Park, man, good for you. I wish I was out there with you. Morning, Stewie. Good to see you out there, Stewie. So there's a couple things you can do, and I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live. See, this is the nice thing about streaming the show on Facebook Live. You got an in-studio camera, so I can actually show you what I'm talking about right there. Jeff Thompson, been a while. Good morning, Dan. I've been out camping for a month. Crossroads Ranch Campgrounds, Lucas, Iowa. Hey, John. Well, good for you, buddy. So this is called a Tactacam Spotter LR, okay? And what I like about this is a really small unit. I'm going to actually take... Good morning, Jeff. How you doing? I'm going to take this out of the box. This is how small this unit is. Can you see that right there? That's the back of it. This is the front. This is what actually goes, see the camera lens? That actually it fixes onto your spotting scope. So you can have this on in your truck, roll your window down a little bit, put your spotting scope on there so you got a really nice steady frame and just glass. And when you start seeing deer, you can take this and hit record and you're going to have video or you can take a picture. And that way you're going to be able to go, and it's got really nice features on it. It's got a zoom in. I'm trying to figure out how to orientate that to the camera. So there you go. There's a zoom, the menu button, the Wi-Fi zoom. I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live all the features. It's always the opposite on the camera. It always drives me nuts when I try to do that. But isn't that a great little unit? And then underneath is where, you got your little ports. You got your battery. It uses the same battery that's in a Tactacam hunting camera. So you can put that battery right in there. You don't have to, if you got a Tactacam, you can just use the same batteries. And then there's your SD slots. It uses a number 3 slot or number 3 card, SD card. And you got your Wi-Fi and all your other utility ports there for uploading and stuff like that. Just a great little unit. I really like this, and that's called a Tactacam Spotter LR. So if you want to get out there and see some stuff right now, which is, like I said, they're in the beans. They're not going to be, running around. You'll find some in your food plots. Deer will vary their diet through the year, but if you got beans anywhere near you, I would be on those bean fields because that's where I'm seeing the majority of mine. What do you think about Arizona banning trail cameras? Do you think it could happen in more states? That's from Matt in Pennsylvania. Listen, I don't know. I don't understand why some of these states do some of the stuff they do. Like for years, it was illegal to use a lighted knock when you're bow hunting. A lighted knock. You couldn't use them in certain states, like Colorado was one of them. And then Pope and Young got involved, and they started talking to the conservation commissions, the conservation departments, and you had to educate people. Shooting a lighted knock doesn't help you shoot a deer, okay? So it's not designed for out there poaching or shooting at night. It's for when you shoot and say that last sunrise to sunset, half hour before sunrise, half hour after sunset, usually is mostly legal shooting times in a lot of states, right? So shooting a lighted knock, what it does is if you shoot, it allows the hunter to go and find his arrow or her arrow and then look and see what kind of hit you got or if you missed, because I've said this for years on the show. Whenever you shoot an animal and you hit that animal, your hunt's done. You're not hunting anymore. You're in recovery mode, you know, and you owe it to the animal to do everything you can to recover that animal and tag it. That's our responsibility as hunters. Now that's just the way I was raised to hunt. So that's what I try to teach my kids, or if I'm mentoring somebody going out hunting. Even my buddy Donovan in Kansas feels, that's the way Hilly raised Donovan and Charlie and everybody. I mean, you do everything you can to recover that. A lighted knock helps you with that, because you can actually tell by the amount of, the blood on the arrow fletchings. You can tell if it's a lung hit. You can tell if it's a darker blood, if you got liver or whatever. It helps you in planning your hunt, because if you get a marginal shot on a deer or whatever game you're hunting, you don't want to go and immediately go check that animal, start pushing that deer. You want to let that animal, I always sit about 20, 25, 30 minutes before I go to recover. I'll mark the last spot that I saw the animal, and then I'll go find my arrow, and then I'll mark the arrow, and then I usually wait, and that gives me time to do all my recreates and whatever I need to do for the TV show. And then I want that animal to go lay down and expire. I don't want to push it. If you go out, if you say you get a liver shot on a deer, you're going to push that deer, and a deer can go forever on a marginal hit. Where if you think when in doubt, back out. You ever heard that saying? That's something that a lot of us, a lot of my friends in the industry, I've learned that from other hunters. When in doubt, back out, and you want to wait a few hours before you go and pursue that. If you think if you hit that animal back a little bit or far back, if you got a liver shot, you want to wait 2, 3, 4 hours, and if you do that, your chances of recovering the animal dramatically go up. If you go out right after that shot and try to find that deer, that you're going to push that deer, and that deer might be 3 farms over, and you're not going to be able to recover it. So, that's what a lighted knock does. But as far as the trail cameras, I don't, Matt, I just don't understand why they would be illegal. It helps you pattern an animal. It does, but it's still fair chase. I mean, that doesn't guarantee you that animal's going to walk by that camera. All you're doing is putting it on a food source or a trail area. But that doesn't mean that you're going to get the animal, to come by there. It's stationary. It's not mobile. So I don't know.
I see one article here says that one of the reasons was because there was a lot of issues with hunters arguing over space. That's what they say.
Well, you're never going to solve that.
No.
And it's just that's people. That's just humans.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times? Hey, everybody on Facebook, how many times have you been fishing, and you roll up on you get a spot, or say like you're out there in a lake and you see a couple boats out, and you go and you get within 40, 50 yards. How many times have people gave you dirty looks? Or it's like, come on, people. It's all open water. Just be respectful. Don't park right next to the guy. But if you're 30, 40 yards away, he's not going to catch those fish. Especially if he's anchored off. It's the same thing for hunting. You got to just be polite and respectful to your fellow outdoors folks. And if you do that, everybody should be fine. There's no reason to argue about trail cameras. No. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's getting rid of trail cameras is not going to help things like that.
Well, and there's some states where you can't use a lighted pin on your bow sight. I think Montana's one of them. They feel that it just encourages people to shoot after dark. I got news for those folks. If someone is going to be unethical and poach and do something wrong, you can put every law out there in the world. The only people that are going to abide by that law are people that respect the law. If someone doesn't have any respect for the rules or the regs, it doesn't matter what law or whatever. It's like, look at how many people speed? I mean, you're just, if you don't have respect for it, you cannot legislate ethics. You just can't do it. So I think, folks, let's do what's good for the resource and not worry about trying to legislate ethics, because you're never going to get it done. So, Matt, I know I probably went all the way around the barn on that one, but I don't see the need for a ban on trail cameras. I think if anything, it helps you pattern deer. It helps you become a more successful hunter. We want to manage, we want to get out there and harvest our game. We want to manage our animals. You know, you want to be able to take a healthy amount of deer or elk or whatever, bears. You want to be successful, so those numbers are managed properly. Because if you don't harvest enough animals, the animals are the ones that suffer. We're losing habitat every day. If they don't have the habitat, they don't have the food, then they get sick, and the animals are actually the ones that suffer. People that hunt and fish do more for animals than anything else on the world, because those are the people out there that are helping the populations. They're managing them. They're providing food, habitat. All of our tags permits goes to help land acquisition. They go out. Our conservation departments go out and put food plots. They put food out there that wouldn't normally be there to help them get through the winter. The people that do recreate and love the outdoors they do more for animals than anybody. So. Dave, trail cameras are similar to fish finders. Just because you see fish with your electronics does not mean that you're going to catch them. That's right, Fishing Dave. You know what I love about my fish finder? I got that live scope, right? And now you got people griping about live scopes. They think everybody's going to catch every fish in a lake. You know what that live scope does for me? I actually get to see the fish give me the fin. The middle fin. It's like, they're not going to bite for me. Good morning, Vinny in New York. Hey, I did locate fish with it, to be honest with you, but they still got to bite it. It doesn't mean that doesn't make them bite it. It just helps you, find them. That's a good point. Matt says best part of that answer was to educate the ones making the law that don't know why do certain things. Absolutely. Good morning, Roger Wild. Good to see you, buddy. I've always said I need to take a break. I'm running late. I always said that before you can get on a conservation commission or be part of a body that makes rules and regs for people, you should have a knowledge of how that's going to affect the people doing that. So before you can sit on a conservation board or a conservation commission, there should be a minimum requirement at least 10 years of having a hunting or fishing license. That way you can make an educated decision before you try to do legislation that's going to affect a lot of people. That's just my humble opinion, but I think that's very fair to ask that before people are put on a board. I really do. Good morning, Jeff Kerr. Good to see you. Hey, let me take a real quick break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Hey, have you heard the news about the great new products from Pine Ridge Archery Products? The makers of the video camera support system, the Probo Cam, and the AT5. Isn't that cool? Done it again. That's a cool little unit, isn't it? I love this thing. Archery accessories that you will want to get on your bow. This new line includes stabilizers. I mean, you can use that for when you're shooting, practicing shooting, to watch where your arrows are at downrange, or if you're out there shooting your guns, you're targeting, and there's a lot of applications you can do with that little thing. These new Nitro products will have you shooting. Can't wait to get out there this next week and start doing some scouting. Tons of colors so you can customize your bow for your favorite college teams like never before. Did I mention all of these products are made in the USA at Pine Ridge Archery's factory in Illinois? That's right, made in the USA of quality materials that will hold up in any weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime at PineRidgeArchery.com. Why is it you can never get it back in the box when you want?
That place goes in as Sportsman's Warehouse.
It never goes. Why is that?
Hunting and fishing gear at the best prices. You can find gear for deer, turkey, waterfowl, elk, or whatever hunting you're into. New products arrive each week to outfit you better. They have a complete firearms area, providing the finest firearms.
What's everybody doing today?
Everything from cleaning equipment to reloading can be found at Sportsman's Warehouse. Their fishing department is simply the best. They have your favorite tackle like fluger.
Give me a thumbs up. You like that little... I'm having fun with this studio thing. This is pretty cool.
Sportsman's Warehouse.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, America's Outdoor Voice. I switched the YouTube channel up, America's Outdoor Voice. Don't forget to subscribe.
They're located on Highway 35 on Orlaba Road.
Too many gadgets on this thing. I like it.
Ask about the seminar series happening every month. Your hometown outdoor store should be Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I like Chick-fil-A nuggets because they
Man, we had like 30 people on
It's
here
kind of like
a
if
little
you
while
want to
ago.
go to your grandmother's house.
Figures I
for
get that put
dinner.
in.
This will be
I
your
forgot to
real
do that.
home-cooked meal. You can't go wrong with it.
Matt, you ready to go to Montana?
Something I love
I'm ready to
about
go, bud.
Chick-fil-A nuggets is their gold color. It lets me know that I'm about to
I was
enjoy
talking to
something
Larry
hot
Mack about
and
that last night.
It's just comfort food. It feels good to eat. Where are you going?
Alzada, Montana, Trophies Plus Outfitters, film a mule deer hunt. That'll be here before you know it. It's the southeastern part of Montana. Yeah, it's right there. You got South Dakota, you got Montana and Wyoming all right there in that corner. Yeah.
High Mountain Seasonings offers simple kits you can easily use at home, including 3 new low-sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steak or smoking.
There you go, Jeff.
Taste even
I would
better
love to
with
be
their
seeing some
specialty
moose right
spices,
now, man. Good for
marinades,
you.
and rubs for deer or your favorite steaks. High Mountain Seasonings also has chili, taco, and
Thank you,
fajita
Dave.
blends
Appreciate
that are
that.
spicing up kitchens and grills everywhere. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse, your favorite grilling retailer, or just go to highmtnjerky.com for recipes or to find.
There you go, Matt. Hey, I talked to Rocco. Make sure you get with Rocco, so he's going to give you a hit list and kind of go over some camera settings and everything for before we go out there. Okay? Will you do that, please? But it doesn't have to be. Just pick up the phone or open your computer and reach out to my realtor, Realtor Rob. Rob knows there's more to moving than choosing a home. I haven't heard from Realtor Rob in a while. Hope he's okay. Realtor Rob, where you been, bud? He's busy. To make sure he helps you find the home you really want. Realtor Rob knows that when you're looking for a new home, there's more than the home to consider. There are the schools, the neighborhoods, and easy access to work essentials that are so important. That's why Realtor Rob is a great choice to partner with on your search. Rob has all the resources of Coldwell Banker behind him to help you. There you go, Matt. Thank you, bud. Or list your current home to get the return you're looking for. So if you're hunting for a new home or just looking for a change of address, please call my realtor, Rob Bish, or Realtor Rob at 515-669-2504. That's 669-2504, or look him up at coldwellbanker.com.
It's Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good old US of A. Appreciate you making us part of your weekend here on 1350. Hey, Chick-fil-A's got a new peach shake. I got one for Jenny the other day. She liked it. It's the perfect cold treat to enjoy outside on a warm day with friends or family after dinner. It's only here for a limited time. Go out there and get a little peachy at Chick-fil-A. There you go. Let's see. I want to thank everybody that came out to Principal Park last Saturday. Unfortunately, we got rained out, but we had several hundred people stop by. Andrew and I were out there at the park right there at the main gate, and we gave out almost all of those Work Sharp sharpeners. Everybody loved those. And then we gave all the Kershaw swag away. Everybody was just going crazy on the Kershaw stuff. And we had several hundred people sign up for the bow, the gift card, and the cooler. Now we got a rain cancellation. What do you call that? Rained out, Dust?
Yeah, rain out.
Rain out.
I believe that's the baseball term.
Yeah. So I was there at 4:30. I think what they called the game like at 6:30.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, we were there a couple hours.
We waited it out.
Yeah, I didn't. I was so busy though. I didn't even get a chance to go over to Stu's Barbecue and get a lemonade.
You're gonna have to come back.
I'm gonna have to. I know. I missed that Stu's Barbecue lemonade rocks, man. I tell you, it's
some good stuff.
It is good stuff. David and them guys do a good job. So, everybody that came out was really super nice, and I appreciate the Cubs having us out there. Got to talk with Todd at the DNR over there about water safety and stuff. Todd's going to come on the show here in a little bit and talk about some stuff for the keeping everybody safe on the water. But since we had a rain cancellation or a rain out, or what was that? What was it called?
Rain out.
Rain out.
You're right.
Yeah, rain. Whatever. They rescheduled the night. It's going to be July 31st. That's a Saturday night game. So if you are entered in that drawing, if you've already came out there, you're still in the running. Your names and stuff are still in the drawing box. Nothing's changed. So if you want to come out and get a chance to win a $1,000 Elite Bow, a brand new Grizzly, I think it's a 60 quart cooler, That's like $300-400 cooler. That's a nice cooler. Or a $250 gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse. You can do that on July 31st. Now, if you had tickets for July 10th, and because it was rained out, those tickets are still good for the 31st, right, Dustin?
Yep, just got to get to the ticket booth and
get
it exchanged.
Just go to the ticket booth or ticket window there at the park and exchange it. I would do that now, then wait till later, because you don't want to take a chance of the game being sold out. Because if the game's sold out, you'd have to use it for another day. So go do it early. Don't procrastinate.
That'll be a lot nicer night. I
Yeah.
can already tell.
Yeah, well, it was a nice night.
It was.
I really thought we were going to get the game in.
Yeah.
Because I thought that weather was kind of going around us a little bit.
We missed the really heavy stuff. It was just a very steady rain almost all night.
It just kind of stuck us,
We've been needing some of the rain, so.
We've had more rain.
Since then.
Yeah, since then. It's just, I mean, the corn is doing great. Last time I went down to the lease, the corn was about knee high. It's over my head now. I mean, it's doing good.
Really shot up this week.
Yeah, it's doing good. So. All right, so anyway, thanks to the Cubs, July 31st. Now, Beast Feast is going to be on July 30th. I think there's a few hundred people that's already bought tickets. If you would like to go to the Beast Feast, if you're tuning in right now and you don't even know what the Beast Feast is, this is our annual wild game dinner. We got elk, antelope, alligator, waterfowl, deer. We got some amazing food. The food's always the star of the show. We got some great auction items, silent and live auctions. I started this event. I didn't know this until we were talking. Sharon and I were talking. We switched charities. We started when I started this. Gosh, this is going almost 19 years. When I started doing it, 2006. So that'd be what? That's not 19. It's 15. 15 years. 15 years. Sorry, 15. So yeah, that's all right. So I think we started it in 2006, but we were doing it with hey David. Oh man, thank you, David. I appreciate that. Thank you. David said he dropped some stuff off for the Beast Feast. Thanks, David. I started that for my dad. I lost my dad in 1998 at the age of 58, almost as old as I am right now. That's really weird to say that. It really is. But he died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and my dad fought it for 5 years, and it just broke my heart to see my dad go through that. I mean, it's just, my dad was like John Wayne to me. He was 6'3", almost 6'4", and 280 pounds, just a big man. And when he went home, there was hardly anything left of him. I'll never, people always say time heals all wounds. That's not true. I'll never get over that. I miss my dad every day. I still miss him as much today. Ask my wife. My wife is, every time September gets here, I just get all melancholy because that's when my dad passed away. But I wanted to do something with being able or blessed to do this radio show for 25 years. I wanted to do something for my dad and to help other people. And, I love the show. I've always tried to set the radio shows up to be where it's just a bunch of friends talking around the coffee table or the campfire, and I think that's really, good morning, Donovan, old buddy, Triple H buddy. And I think that's really worked well for us over the years because we're still on the air. I mean, that's a long time to have a show, really, especially when you're an idiot, like me. But I wanted to do something with that platform, and this is when we came up with that. And I did not know this until Sharon told me, but we've raised over $200,000 since 2006 doing that dinner every year.
That's awesome.
And, and I mean, there's people that do way more than that, but for a bunch of people getting together, having a nice meal, and having fun, to raise over 200,000, and I think Sharon said it was closer to 215,000. So we'll be almost 230 something thousand this year after this dinner. I'm really proud of that. It's very humbling, and I want to thank everybody that's always come to the Beast Feast, because I could not have done that without any of you. And the committee people do most of the work, they deserve a lot of the credit. They really do. It's all the committee people that deserve the credit and the people that attend. But that we switched charities over to the Family Cancer Network, and they're helping a lot of folks with cancer here in Iowa. So thanks to Larry and Tim and Sharon and everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on July 30th. Now, if you want tickets, all you got to do is go to F as in Frank, C as in Charlie, net.org, net.org, fcnet.org. And you can, there's a little thing right there in the middle of the homepage that says Beast Feast, tickets and info. Just click on that and it'll let you get your tickets. The first 200 and some odd people that show up are going to get a brand new Grizzly Cooler or Grizzly Cooler Cup just like this. How's that for a souvenir, huh? Isn't that sweet? So I've got those all ready to go, and you're going to make a lot of difference. Donovan from Triple H is on here. We're going to be giving away a two-person, 3-day fully guided quail hunt to Triple H Outfitters. That's your lodging, your meals, your guides, everything. It's super food, super fun. I missed 30. Donovan, what did I miss? I missed 30 times quail hunting. I shot 31 times. I hit one quail. They were giving it to me, folks. I'm telling you. The dog, you know you're not having a good day when you're out there bird hunting. When the dog is on point and you shoot and miss so many times, the dog looks back and gives you a dirty look. Oh, Cash, man, he was giving me some dirty looks. It's like, really? What am I out here busting my hump for? If you can't hit crud, man, go home. Yeah, and that's the truth. That really, I'm not exaggerating. That really happened. 7:32 and some change. Let me hit another quick break. We got open lines if you want to call in. 244-1350. 244-1350. And when I come back, we'll do the Sportsman's Warehouse fishing reports right here on 1350 ESPN.
Need t-shirts for your school, special events, fundraisers, or apparel for your business? Don't buy online. Buy local from America's Best Apparel in West Des Moines.
Yeah, I was missing them left and right, man.
That's what I'm doing too. That's hard to hit them, isn't it?
Well, I ain't been. I was like, it was so cold. I was like the Michelin tire guy, and I kept trying to swing. I was so ticked off when I got home. I went over to JLM, and I bought an over and under 20 gauge. And I haven't had even a chance to go back, but I'm gonna try hopefully and do that this year.
Where are we hunting at? Is it around?
Kansas, down in Triple H, my buddy Donovan's place. That place is just lousy with quail and pheasant.
Really?
I mean, they're everywhere.
Not up here anymore. When I was a kid, I remember.
Well, pheasant numbers are good in Iowa. Quail in the southern counties is good. That's where the quail belt is in southern Iowa. Yeah, but Kansas is loaded with.
Where's in Kansas?
Out by Salina, that Concordia, Salina area. Yeah. They got. I'll be out there. I'll hear Bob White whistles when I'm bow hunting and stuff. It's and I'll see coveys running around all over the place. Yeah. Man, I love quail. That's good eating. Oh, it's good. Oh, that's a great bird, man. Great bird.
The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your
Beast
property
Feast
open
sounds fun.
and easy to maintain.
That Beast Feast, it's a lot of fun. We got, like I said, there's everybody has a great time, and Donovan's going to be there. I hope Larry McCoy, I believe, is coming from the TV show, and the live auction. There's some amazing stuff on that live auction. Chad, who does Pet Stop, there's going to be a in-ground dog fence system. Chad donates that all the time, or Chris donates that all the time, and Chad's my buddy in Minnesota, losing it. I always tell my mom, write it down, Mom. I gotta start writing stuff down.
Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer.
Pure Whitetail.
Whitetail's natural and synthetic
Pure Whitetail. I got my scrapes out.
Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents.
Man,
it's a community of
hours
hunters
going
that are
quick.
family. Just go to
You gotta work tonight?
purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. sensitive hunting gear, seed,
Boy,
drilling
are they going to
sizes,
start
coffee,
dumping players
apparel,
or?
field staff opportunities,
They got rid
and
of
more.
one guy this
Want to be
week.
more
They did?
successful in the field? Go to Pure Whitetail.
I heard Chris Bryant's up for.
If you love to hunt,
Yeah.
join the Pure
Yeah.
Whitetail family today.
Everybody? Rizzo too?
Outdoors
He
Dan
might be
on
the
Des
only-
Moines
I don't
Sports
think
Leader,
so.
1350
No way.
ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good time. I got what was that? Vortex Optics is the name of that spotting scope, Chad. That's who I was talking about. Vortex Optics. That's the one that I use. All right, Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Report, Arrowhead Lake. The crappie bite is fair, gills are fair, bass are fair, hitting along the weed line and edges. When you're out there fishing, and if you have electronics, and a lot of folks that are newer out there to first time they've ever had a boat or using electronics, they can be kind of overwhelming. Get to know your topo maps. Learn the difference between the spacing on the contour lines. If the contour lines are real tight, close together, okay, that means that's more of a drop off, or that's going down. If they're spread out more or longer, or the longer the distance between the contour depths, and that means that's more of a flat area. And that'll help you when you're out there trying to find flats or humps or saddles or ledges or whatever kind of structure that you're looking for fishing. The numbers on those contour lines, that's the depth of the water. If you don't know, if you've never go on YouTube. There's a lot of good information on YouTube on videos. And I don't know about you folks out there. I learn better watching something than reading about it. I tend to retain it longer. It's just that's just the way I learn better. But learning how to use those topo maps, whether you're hunting or fishing, if you know those contour lines, when each kind of topography, that really helps you understand the areas that you're in, whether you're trying to target fish or hunting. That can be. You ever done topography?
I have not.
Yeah.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
Looks cool, but I couldn't tell you how to.
It's with the electronics and stuff out there, GPSs and everything. It's a lot easier than, I don't know how they did it in World War II with compasses and all that other. I just that just amazes me.
Yeah, I don't know how they did a lot of things.
Shooting azimuths and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been lost like crazy. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you, buddy. So, Blackhawk Lake, water temperatures in the mid-70s. The black crappie bite is fair. Gills are slow. Catfish are fair. Uh-oh. My bear guy's watching me on Facebook Live. I'm a little nervous now. Gary Peck. Good morning there, Gary. Captain Dan. He calls me Captain Dan now because I drove him up there with my boat. He was the one putting me on fish. I wasn't me. And, hey, Gary, I'll be up there in a couple weeks, man. I've got to get all my numbers back. I upgraded my my electronics on the steering wheel. I lost all my numbers. I got to get my waypoints back, man. Catch some fish.
Got your secret spots?
Oh, he's got, yeah. He took me. He goes, all right, I got to do some stuff so you go out in the morning and then I'll come out and fish it with you in the evening. And so I was out there marking my stuff and I was finding them. But when Gary got in there, we were just hammering them. We caught 150 walleye in 3 days.
Wow.
I mean, it was awesome. That's some of the best fishing I've had in a long time.
Wow.
Oh, every time we threw out, we had a fish. It was crazy. It's been a long time since I've seen it like that. Yeah. They changed the slot number up there on the lake we were at, and that really helped. It really did. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you. Good morning. Dan, we used a compass and land navigation all the time in the Jeff, oh Jeffy. There you go, Jeffy. Brushy Creek, just transfer them from your SD card. David, I don't know if I got to look on that. I don't know if I got my SD card out of my other one or not. I might have forgot to do that, buddy. That's a good point.
Somebody else has all the information?
Somebody else has probably got my numbers, yeah. That's not good. Let's see. All right, Brushy Creek, black crappie bite are fair. Gills are fair. People are picking fish up in 10 to 15 feet of water. The bass bite is good. Weedless lures along the vegetation and traditional bass lures anywhere around woody structure is producing fish. The walleye bite up on brushy slow, live minnows or leeches, fish near the rocks or woody structure is producing the best bite. Yellow perch is also good using a small jig or crawler under a bobber and 10 to 15 feet of water. Oh, thank you, Paula. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Storm Lake, water clarity is about 5 to 6 feet. Water temperature is in the 70s. Gills are fair. Minnows or crawlers fished under a small jig and bob under vegetation and along the docks is producing good fish. Catfish bite is fair. Cut bait or dip baits fished on the bottom along shore or structure is where you want to be. Largemouth bass bite is fair. Walleye are fair. Shore bite up on Storm Lake is slowed a little bit. Anglers are still picking up fish mid-lake when trolling around dredge cuts using crankbaits and spinners. With crawlers during the midday, fishing from shore, try a leech or crawler fished under a bobber in areas with a rocky substructure in the evening or around dusk. Swan Lake up in Carroll County, water temperatures in the mid-70s. Black crappie bite is fair. Fish are about 6 to 10 inches. Most have moved offshore. Bluegill bite is fair. Fish are 7 to 8 inches. Use a small jig fished under a bobber in areas around fishing shelters or jetties. Largemouth bass bite is fair. Lower Pine Lake catfish bite is fair. Silver Lake up in Worth, kayak access is open around the vegetarian. Bluegill bite is fair. Bass are good using top waters. Upper Pine Lake, the crappie bite is good. Bass are fair. East Okoboji, the water temperature is about 75 degrees. Anglers are having success with slip bobbers and spoons and vertically jigging and drop shotting. Good morning, Jeff. Drop shotting in and around the vegetation. Bluegill bite is good. Leeches and worms under a bobber setup's good. Pumpkin seeds are good around most of the dock. Lost Island Lake, the gill, walleye are fair. Yellow perch are fair. Minawashita, pan fishing is good for anglers trolling around the weed lines. Vertical jigging is improving. Black crappie bite is fair. Gills are good. Pumpkin seeds are good. Spirit Lake, water temperature 73 degrees. Fishing has been hit or miss lately. Perch or panfish bites have been good. Walleye bite is fair. Bite is hit or miss at dusk. Yellow perch bite is fair. Best bite is morning till about 11 or mid-afternoon. Depths are depending on the time of the day. West Okoboji, water temperature 73 degrees. Black crappie bite is good. Their crappie are suspended. They're still being caught picking through some around the weed edges. Bluegill bite is good. Walleye bite is fair. Big Creek, the crappie bite is fair. Trolling or casting jigs with live minnows in 5 to 15 feet of water is producing good fish. Best bite is early morning or just before dark. Walleye are fair. Jigging or trolling a crawler or leashes from the marina around to the beach. East Boat Ramp Bay and the West Boat Ramp Bay is good. Wipers, fair. Trolling or casting shad, imitating crankbaits or spoons. Boone District Farm Pounds. Bluegill bite is good on their beds. Largemouth bass is good there. Des Moines River, Saylorville to Red Rock. Anglers are catching channel catfish and flatheads below the dams. On cut bait, crawlers, and live bait. Let's see. Don Williams Lake, the crappie bite is fair. Live minnows fish near submerged trees on twisters or trolling jigs. Bluegill bite is good. Hooper Area Pond is being drawn down and is about 8 feet low. Access by shore angling only, kayak or float tubes. It is illegal to haul the lake water. It is illegal to haul the lake water and relocate fish to other public areas. Somebody's trying to stock their ponds, apparently. Bluegill is good. No size or bag limits at Hooper right now. Red Rock, the catfish bite is good. Casting crankbaits around rocks or drift cut bait. White bass are fair. Young gizzard shad are being fed on by white bass. Castor troll shad imitating plastic spoons and hard plastics. Casting topwater poppers on the surface, feeding white bass, another exciting option. White crappie drifting or trolling plastics and coves off the main lake, and the white breast arm is producing some fish. Rock Creek Lake, bluegill bite is fair. Tip a jig with a piece of crawler or fish near the wood areas. Channel catfish bite is good. Crappie bite is good. Drifting jigs or minnows offshore 5 to 15 feet of water are on the bottom half of the lake. 3 mile courtesy docks are installed on the main boat ramp. Bluegill bite is fair. Jigs fished along the creek channels or in flooded timber in 8 to 10 feet of water is producing fish. Bluegill up to 8.5 inches are being reported there. Walleye bite is fair. Jigs tip on nightcrawler or leech fished along creek channels in 8 to 10 feet of water in the flooded timber areas are catching walleyes of all sizes. 12 Mile Creek, the main dock is in the main ramp area. Bluegill Bite is fair. Large bath, it's bass. It's time to slap some bass. Nice bass, man. Dustin, have you slapped bass lately?
All the time.
Yeah, we got to slap some bass. The bass bite is good. Largemouth bass up to 21 inches with jigs. Fish near cedar tree, brush piles, and along weed lines. Walleye bite is slow. Look for creek channels or in flooded timber in 8 to 10 feet of water. There you go. There's your Sportsman's Warehouse fishing report for the day. How about that? Get out there and catch some fish. All right, it is 7:46 and some change. Let me hit another quick break. I will be right back on 1350 ESPN. Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter? If you are, there's a group that I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state of Iowa. Did you know hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources? Oh, can you believe it's almost August? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Cray, cray. It's cray, cray. Huh? I know. It's kind of crazy.
Before you know it.
Yeah. I'll be hunting in like 6 weeks. Cray, cray. That's my new word. Cray, cray. Cray, cray. Cray, cray. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website at huntingworksforiowa.com.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any...
What's everybody doing today? Huh? What are you doing?
Before you left, you bet they are. The Worksharp knife and tool sharpener.
Got something you want to ask? I got time. It's just Dustin and I. Andrew's on vacation. Again.
So got almost 3 minutes. Anytime.
Tonto blades, fillet knives.
What's up, Rocco? Good to see you, Rocco. How you like the new studio, Steve-O? Huh? Isn't that cool?
To ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time.
I did it just for you, Glenn. Just for you. So that way it wasn't backwards.
So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Worksharp knife and tool sharpeners, or the Worksharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at Worksharp.
Thank you, Rocco. Hey, are you working on those podcasts? I need you to get on them, pal. Call it the Virtue the Podcast. And get Philip. Philip's not doing anything right now. He's got plenty of time. Just do a podcast once a week, so we got it, okay? It is fall food plot time, Jeff. I was out taking pictures of food plots yesterday. It is definitely food plot time.
If you are a mechanical fan, the Raptor Trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge bone-splitting tip, 2-inch cutting diameter, and deadly...
How many of you out there do podcasts? If you do podcasts, I need you to get a hold of me. Thank you, Steve. Here in a few months, I'm going to be doing another project, and it's going to be a way for me to help you promote your podcast. It won't cost you anything. If you have a podcast on hunting or fishing or outdoor cooking, please get a hold of me, and I'm going to help you promote your podcast. Okay? Will you do that for me? All I'm going to ask you to do is provide me some content. So I'm going to help you get the word out about your stuff. Moving forward, there you go.
Perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
1 minute.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000.
No, Dave, they're going to give out the Sportsman's Warehouse hats at the July...
A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system.
Yeah, hey, Tommy.
That issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling.
Tommy, have Trevor email me. Just go to outdoorsdn.com and send me an email with his contact. Morning, Larry Mack. July 31st, Dave. At the end of the game, they'll hand out all those hats, buddy.
Please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating.
Oh, Larry Mack's watching. Now I'm nervous.
One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Well, David, that algae bloom in Sailorville is not good, buddy. It's not good for. I wouldn't be swimming in there either. That can mess you up. I don't know if I'd eat the fish out of there with that algae bloom right now. I think they had a warning last week on that, David, if I remember right. All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I got Larry Mack and Rocco. Rocco's in Pennsylvania, and Larry Mack's in Missouri. Larry's the main. What do I call Larry? Larry's the ramrod of Respect the Game TV. He's the media director for the Outdoor Group, one of my best buddies. And Rocco is Steve Rocco is now doing all the production work for Philip Vanderpool's TV show called The Virtue. And we all love Philip, the silverback otter, Vanderpool. That's his name, Dustin, the silverback otter.
Do I want to know why?
You just got to look at him.
Yep.
Yeah, silverback otter. But anyway, now they're having an in-depth discussion. Yeah, Dennis is back on the water. There you go, Den. Go get him, man. So anyway, he's like, oh, Steve says Larry McCoy is the Brad Pitt of the Outdoor Group. Now, see, my wife is going to love that because my wife says he looks like Blake Shelton. She calls him Blake.
So Blake Shelton or Brad Pitt, both? I'd take that.
Major upgrade for me, So it's just like, she loves Larry. Who doesn't love Larry? Yeah, left lane Larry. That's all right. So, hey, we got open lines, 244-1350. We got a few minutes, 515-244-1350 if you want to call in. David was wanting to know about the algae bloom on Sailorville. I think we had an alert on that last week. They were telling people not to swim. I don't know if that's been extended or not. I didn't see anything in the fishing reports on that. Good morning, Brant. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Man, we got a ton of people on Facebook Live this morning. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate that. That's awful nice of you. So, hey, if you just tuned in and you missed anything, the first part of the show, we'll have it up on the stream when we're done. You can go back and listen. But if you're going to be doing any kind of scouting, I was out taking pictures yesterday of food plots. We got backwoods attraction stuff in. Andy was nice enough to put 2 or 3 food plots in where we're hunting. And they're coming up. All that rain really helped. So they're coming up. They're about that tall right now. It looks really, really good. Right now, the beans are where the bucks are. They're in bachelor groups. They're all together now. They're running. So I'm going to go out Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to have my Vortex spotting scope. I'm going to sit in my truck and just chill out. And Good morning. Good morning. How you doing there, Aaron? Good to see you. I'm going to use my Tactacam Spotter LR. Now, this goes right on my spotting scope. Glenn says Tactacam is outstanding. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that. This mounts right on the back of my spotting scope, so I'll be able to take live video or take pictures, and that way I can actually upload that, and I can incorporate that in my segment of Respect the Game TV. And when I start hunting this fall, I'll be able to actually show some of that pre-roll or B-roll of hey, I was out there scouting this summer, and who doesn't like to see that? But more importantly, it's a great way for you to take an inventory in your hunting area so you know what's running around there, right? More specifically, how do you think that changes the fish? I personally think it moved them deeper water, just looking for other thoughts. David, I think anytime you get an algae bloom like that in the water column, if I remember correctly, and sometimes I'm wrong, more than not, the oxygen content in that water column, if there's an algae bloom, is not good. It takes all the oxygen out, and that's where you start seeing fish kills and stuff, right? Because they just don't have the oxygen, so they will go deeper. in the water column to get to water that's got more oxygen content. LR Spotter is a must for scouting. It is super cool camera. Jeff, that's from Jeff. Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Good morning, Kent. I love you too, Kent. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Man, I'm feeling the love this morning, man.
A lot going on.
I'm telling you.
Good Saturday morning.
You know, Andrew's not here. We got 30. We almost got 30 people watching us on Facebook Live. Dustin, it's you. I think Andrew. I think people are getting upset with Andrew about something.
Sorry, Andrew.
Is he not answering the phones? You know, or the phone's ringing and he's just not paying attention?
He's just ignoring.
I don't know what he's doing. You know, I love Andrew, but I just don't know. I mean, this is great. It's cray-cray. Morning, Richard. Good to see you at the Cubs game the other day. So, all right. Well, so we got Dave Bloom coming on for Gun Talk. We'll see what Dave wants to talk about. If you got questions for Dave, you can go ahead and put a question on Facebook Live here, and I'll see them and I'll ask Dave for you. Or you can call Dustin bringing donuts. No, Dustin did not bring donuts, Larry Mack.
I guess I let you down.
No, I don't need them. I've lost like 5 pounds, man. I've got. I think I gained like 1 or 2 of them back actually. So I don't know how. I've been really watching what I ate. Now we had Chinese the other night, so I've been doing that no carb thing.
Mm-hmm. How's that going?
It's okay. It's all right. You know, it's just I'll have maybe a little carb here and there. Mm-hmm. You know, but I mean, I don't think you can go totally no carbs. You know, I mean, if you can do that, God bless you. It's hard for me to do that.
I would really struggle with that.
Yeah, I mean, but I haven't had like potato chips or corn chips or French fries or I did have some barbecue the other day, and I'm sure I had some carbs in there somewhere, right? So, but yeah, I lost like 5 or 6 pounds pretty quick. You know, I gotta lose 20 pounds, man. I'm so fat. Larry's going, what's what? I have no idea what that means, Larry. All right, we got to go. We'll be back with Dave from JLM Guns, and we'll do a little gun talk. I'll see you in a little bit right here on 1350 ESPN.
Whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want
What's the what, Larry Mack?
Easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as promised.
You can call. I would call him when we were.
Camprite employees are outdoor
Yeah,
enthusiasts
yeah. I
that
would.
use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great
What's the
tents
number?
like the original tent cot that started it all.
No, we don't need to do the right one.
Off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing, great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make adventures.
There you go, Kent.
Comfortable.
I'll tell you what, man. I look at something and I gain 5 pounds. It's crazy. Hate it.
Camprite.com. That's Camprite with a K.
There you go, Harley.
So it's time to refill the tank. Are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant? And there's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream.
Good morning, Connie. How you doing, kiddo?
They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin.
Is that Larry? Yeah, tell him to call after Gun Talk.
Features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like mom and dad had back in their day. Cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard Restaurant features
Larry's talking to Dustin right now. He's busting my butt. I guarantee you it's at my expense. Yeah, I already know. I already know. I'm doing good, kiddo. I can't wait to see you on Halloween. Can't wait to get back to Kansas. I might see you before then, Connie, actually. But I can't wait to get out there and hunt, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to chase some whitetails.
The perfect place to fill your tank when you're hungry.
You got Dave on? You got Dave on? Okay.
It's Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the shootability challenge? If you have not, I encourage you to please go over to Archery Field and Sports. Or, good morning, Grant Neal. Good to see you, Grant. Hey, Grant, there you go, buddy. I'm flying the colors. Yeah, go over to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, or over to Sportsman's Warehouse up in Ankeny. They are both elite dealers, and you can take that shootability challenge right there. I would encourage you to there you go. Thanks, Clem. I would encourage you to check out the Encore, the Remedy, the Ember, or the Cure. Those are my 4 really, really favorite bows. The Cure, the Encore, and the Remedy all have the set technology in the bow itself. So you're going to be able to tune a broadhead like you've never done before. And you'll be able to go ahead and paper tune your bow without even having to put it in a bow press, which is super nice. They also have, with that Tri-Track VersaCam, you're going to be able to super tune or super adjust your draw length like you've never been able to before, even up to a 1/4 of an inch. So go check out what Elite has to offer, and I promise you, if you take the shootability challenge, you're going to be pretty impressed. I love them, and you'll love them too. Speaking of loving stuff, I think we got Mr. Dave Bloom on the line. It's Gun Talk. Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Dan. How are we doing today?
I'm good. What are you up to?
You know what? I'm getting ready to go work out this morning.
Hey, will you do 15 minutes for me, please?
Oh, man, I'll do 16.
Well, thank you, because I need all the help I can get. Thank you very much. So, hey, what's been going on at GLM? I haven't talked to you in a little bit.
Yeah, it's, typically what the guys have told me in the past is that the summer is kind of a slowdown.
Yep.
People are either out doing stuff with their families, which is absolutely what they should be doing. And so you tend to not get as much traffic and activity in the summer. And we've certainly noticed a drop in some activity, but man, June was a good month for us.
Well, great.
So, and July is shaping up too. The last time we talked about the new gun law that went into effect on July 1st, and there was a bunch of questions. I mean, I got interviews from all of the major news carriers and Des Moines Register.
Yep.
Hey, how is this going to affect you? What's going on with this? What's the deal? And, basically my opinion, which at the end I was lucky and it turned out to be right, was we're not going to see a huge uptick in gun sales. And we didn't sell a whole lot of handguns to people who didn't already have their Iowa permit to carry or permit to acquire cards. We think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 40 guns maybe over the last couple weeks that we've sold to somebody who didn't have a card where we actually had to call the FBI on a background check. So that didn't make a huge difference for us, but man, July's been busy too. We still had some good activity.
That's great. One of the things that I know that a lot of folks have been talking to, and I've seen some of it on the news. Hey, Ed Best. Good morning. Good to see you. Was some of the counties are becoming Second Amendment sanctuary counties. Have you seen that?
I haven't. What's the story there?
It's basically where they're saying that if someone comes in with a restrictive gun law, that they're not going to enforce it. That's my understanding of it.
Yeah, and you certainly get some of that from specific sheriffs who are just like, yeah, we're just not going to enforce certain laws. Which, man, that goes both ways. There's times when you're going to be like, wait a minute, you're not going to enforce these rioting laws? No, we want you to enforce those. So that's a slippery slope. That's a tough one to go down. But yeah, you got to love it when there's always more freedom than less.
Yeah. Well, I think most people are going to want good common sense laws to be enforced, right?
For sure.
For sure. I'm not going to agree with anything that's going to infringe on anybody's Second Amendment rights. I mean, that's guaranteed to us in the Constitution. So, as far as that's concerned, I don't want anybody messing with that. But there are a lot of people out there that are saying stuff. There's a lot of misinformation about some of the stuff. You're still required to fill out a NICS report. You have to go through your checks, and I think some people are not understanding that, or getting that, Dave.
Yeah, the big thing about the law, and this was what was kind of interesting about doing all those interviews I did. I had a couple of the reporters say, thank me because they're like, wow, we did not understand it in that light. And basically what I told them all is that, look, everybody has a background check. One way or another, you have to have a background check. This law just changes who does the background check. That's all it's changing. Who is performing the check? In the past, if you wanted a handgun, you had to go to your local county sheriff, and they did the background check. And the background check that they do is exactly the same one that I do, which is you call the FBI, which is the NICS check, but you're basically calling the FBI. They're running all the checks that they are required to run, and then they let you know if you are a proceed, a delay, or a denied. And so when the Polk County Sheriff does it, and you get a proceed, they issue you a card, so you don't have to get that run every time. If you don't have a card, you still have to have the same check run. It's just now that I'm running the check at the gun store at the point of sale, and you have to do it literally every time you buy a gun. So if you buy a gun today, I got to run a check. You buy a gun tomorrow, I got to run another check. You buy a gun 6 hours from now, I have to run another check. If you leave the store and then come back, I have to run another check.
Yeah. Good morning, Jeremy Lee. Hey, I got a question for you from Gary Peck up in Minnesota, Dave. 350 Legend or 450 Bushmaster, which one do you prefer?
Oh, that's a tough one. In my mind, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Now, if I can shoot a bigger round and a bigger round doesn't impede, in other words, there's not so much recoil that you become a glitchy shooter, where every time you pull the trigger, you're afraid of the recoil. That's a problem. Then I'm going to take the 450 Bushmaster. But a lot of deer have been taken with the 350 Legend. It is a soft shooting, very accurate, very effective round. A 35 caliber bullet is a large bullet. It is going to take down a deer. There's lots of deer that have been taken with 22 caliber bullets over the years. So 6 of one, half does the other. Pick the gun that you like. Pick the round that you like. If it's a young shooter, I'm going to start them on a 350 Legend. If it's an experienced shooter, I'm going to tell them pick one or the other. It really doesn't matter.
Okay. And I know
if you're a real man, shoot the 45-70.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that one will wake you up every time you pull the trigger.
Yeah. Well, he's going big. I think he's going after moose or elk up in Alaska. He's going out west somewhere for elk. And I think
I wouldn't shoot a 450 Bushmaster at any of those animals.
What would he go with? 350?
No, I would shoot a high-powered rifle. I would shoot a 7 mag or a 300 Win Mag.
Okay. Well, I think he's asking about deer, but I'm just saying I know he's going.
Yeah.
I know he's going big game hunting. So I don't know what
the problem with the 350 Legend and the 450 Bushmaster, problem or not problem, however you want to say it, is their effective range.
Yeah.
150 yards is what, maybe 200 yards max. Those guns and those rounds were not designed to reach out farther than that. And you need to be able to shoot to 300 to 400 yards for elk for sure. They're very wary and very difficult. If you get a big bull hung up at 300 yards, you want to be able to take him. And so that's why you're shooting, a 7 mag or a 300 Win Mag. That's the kind of energy and the kind of flat shooting trajectory rifle that you need. So I would never again, can you take an elk with a 450 Bushmaster? Sure. You got to be close.
Yeah.
You can take it with a bow, but taking one with a bow is significantly more difficult than taking one with a high-powered rifle.
Yeah, I shot mine at 26 yards last year.
Yeah, so it's you absolutely can do it. You absolutely can shoot one, but I wouldn't want to limit myself if I'm carrying a rifle. You might as well carry a rifle that can reach out to 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah, I've been elk hunting 9 times. I've shot 2 with my bow.
Yeah, it's hard.
To get them into that close distance, it's not always easy. Trust me.
So let me ask you this: how many elk on those hunts did you see that were at 300 or 400 yards that you probably could have taken with a rifle? Add another 2 or 3, maybe.
Probably 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your chance is more than double.
Yeah, he was asking about deer, about using those for Iowa. He's going to be coming to Iowa this gun season to deer hunt.
Either one is going to be great for an Iowa deer hunt.
All right, there you go, Gary. Hey, I've told you, that's why I have Dave on here. I am not a gun expert by any means. That's why we have Dave do gun talk. I'm your local neighborhood bow hunter. So just call me that. Hey, I was all excited. Kenny called me the other day. He goes, your SIG Predator gun's here. I said, really? He goes, yeah, it's black. I said, well, I don't think that's mine. Mine's got a green mine's green and it's got a different color stock. He goes, oh yeah, this isn't yours.
He's such a tease. I think he's just messing with you.
Yeah. Would you shoot a 550? Would you shoot a 556 out of a 223 barrel, not stamped 556?
Yeah. So here's the deal with the 556 and the 223.
Yep.
They are effectively the same round in dimensions. So think the size of the bullet, the diameter of the bullet, the case sizing, those are the same. The difference is when the military created the standardized 556 round, and that's where we get the NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, all of the allies, the North Atlantic Treaty allies, said we need to have standardized rounds. Because when we go into battle, it doesn't make any sense for the Americans to be carrying 45 and the Brits to be carrying 9mm, because we need to be able to share ammo, share guns in a conflict.
That makes sense.
So that's when they standardized everything. So that's where you get the 9mm. That's where you get the 556. That's where you get a 308, but it's a 7.62 by 54, and you get the 12 by 99, which is the 50 BMG. They standardize all the NATO rounds, and they standardize how much powder is in each case, the volume, the pressure, all those things, so that way, if you have a gun made in America that shoots 556, and you go into a battle with the Brits, and you pick up one of their guns, and you stick one of your bullets in their gun, you don't destroy their gun because their gun isn't capable of handling the chamber pressure of the 556. So they're standardized.
Okay.
So that's most ARs. 99% of the ARs are built off of the NATO round, 556. However, the 223, which is the same size but is different in its pressure, the 556 shoots a hotter, higher pressure round than a standard 223 Remington. So if you have a rifle, and they're usually rifles, so bolt action rifle, a Remington 700 chambered in 223, that gun is not designed to handle the pressure of a 556. Now, will it? 100%. New guns are absolutely built to handle all the pressures, but it was designed specifically for around the 223. So what we tell people as a general best practice is if you have a gun on the barrel and it's stamped 223 Remington, don't shoot 556 out of it.
Okay, well, can I ask you?
If you have a gun that's 556, it will shoot the 556 and it will shoot the 223 because it's chambered to handle the higher pressure of the 556. It'll also handle the lower pressure of the 223. No problem.
Okay. Dave, and I apologize. Daniel Matthews, good morning. Rob, Mountain Man, good morning out there in Pennsylvania. Dave, forgive me, that SIG that I just ordered from you, that Predator, that I'm going to use for predator hunting this winter.
Yep.
Now, that I believe that's chambered or that's made for a 556, correct?
It is.
So does that mean, just so I understand you, does that mean I could shoot a 223 out of it?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, so I'm good.
You can shoot anything you want to out of it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because you know.
And then there's one more.
Yeah.
This is kind of the weird one. Sometimes you'll see something called a 223 Wild, WYLDE, I think. But there was a guy named Wild who made a gun in 223 that would handle the 556 as well. So if you got a 223 Wild, that's not a separate bullet. That's just a way a guy designed the gun. It'll handle the 556 and the 223 as well.
Well, see,
just to make it more confusing.
Well, no, I'm getting a lot of good comments on Facebook right now. A lot of folks are saying, like Glenn saying, "Wow, outstanding knowledge." Jeremy Lee saying, "Good info." So there's a lot of folks like me that are learning. So thank you, buddy.
Yep.
So, Daniel Matthews, if I didn't say hello, good morning, buddy. So, hey, let me take a real quick break, and when I come back, can we talk over and unders a little bit?
Oh, sure.
All right, we're going to talk about over and under shotguns when we come back. It's Gun Talk right here on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has
Thanks everybody for the comments. We appreciate that.
They carry pull-behind.
I didn't know that was a NATO round.
Sprinter.
That's why I have Dave on here. I've got enough to worry about with Fletchings and Arrow Shafts.
Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on site to help you with all your financing needs.
Thank you, Jeremy. Hey, I just learned something. I love it when I learn something. So.
They're open Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that SIG Predator gun, man. I'm gonna do a little Predator control on the lease after deer season. So. Help the turkey population out a little bit.
That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV
Good morning, Jerry. How you doing, sir? Thanks for watching.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken
Larry
steps
said
to
he's
protect
call
what
back.
matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options
Is that what he said?
fit you. Contact Darren Islander.
Did he say that really?
515-964-7575 today.
Not very nice.
American Family Life Insurance Company. 6,000 American.
I'm doing some predator hunting, Mountain Man.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just.
Well, I had Dave already. I didn't want to.
Yeah. You can't feel the bite.
I mean, what am I going to do?
Not find the tick. In the
Larry Max always gives me trouble,
not
man.
notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not.
There you go, Jerry. Got to have my coffee,
Your
man.
may or may not test you for Lyme
That's that
disease.
Dunn's Brothers
The
coffee
test
out in
may or
Waukee.
may
That stuff
not detect
rocks.
it,
That
meaning
espresso.
you may or may not
That's
get
some
the
good stuff.
medication
That'll wake you up.
If
I need it.
untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimintic
Do you have Larry's
clothing
number?
from Gamehide. Elimintic features Insect
Here, I'll
Shield,
get you.
a
We're gonna
repellent that
follow
is
him.
fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimintic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimintic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Gamehide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit Gamehide.com.
Absolutely,
As
Mountain
we
Man.
head to the fields this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember to have a proper first aid
I'm
kit for your
getting
pet when you go into
pictures.
the field. That should include bandage materials, gauze, antibiotic ointment, and items that could be used as a splint if needed, plus a muzzle. Even friendly dogs
Nice
will
little
bite if
doe
they're in
picture
pain.
there.
Please make sure
Did I
your
see
pet
that?
is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure
Yeah,
she
it's
is
a
healthy
cell
enough
cam.
to go hunting. Always provide your pet with protection from the elements, and this
That's
includes
the only
a
bad thing.
high-quality
Last
pet
night,
carrier
man,
for the
camera
trips,
keeps
a blaze
going off in
orange
the middle of
honey
the
vest,
night.
which
It's
makes
like,
your
well, I
pet
gotta
more visible
look.
and provides protection
Oh, yeah.
from the bush as
Yeah.
he or she runs through.
Jenny
Be
gets
careful
mad.
and have
Turn
fun.
that phone
Remember, this
off.
is what most of our dogs were
I
born
don't
to
want
do.
to miss the
This
deer,
message
honey.
has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital.
Yeah.
For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact
I tell you
Dr.
what,
Steve
Jeremy,
by
with all that
phone
corn, it's going to be hard to see him right now, man. I don't have my gun yet either.
Westfield Veterinary Hospital.
I think
for the
I
life
probably won't
of
get
your
my
pet.
gun till bow
This
season.
is
So.
Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. There you go, Jeremy. That's funny. Hey, Herman's Fine Jewelers, 2900 University Avenue in West Des Moines, 222-2600. If you have stuff laying around your house that you are not wearing anymore, like a ring or watch, doesn't matter, earrings, whatever, anything you're not wearing, you need a new gun at JLM, you need a trolling motor, you need a fishing line, you need to get some ammo, whatever. Go to Herman's Fine Jewelers. Donnie and Frank's been helping folks in Central Iowa for almost 39 years. They've got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. They can do custom jewelry. They can also do on-site jewelry repair. If you're looking to get some stuff out of the house and get some money for your pocketbook, Herman's Fine Jewelers is the place to go. Just tell them Outdoors Dan sent you, and Donnie and Frank will take great care of you. Herman's Fine Jewelers, that's where I go. And once you go through that door, you'll understand why. Let's go back to Dave. We got Dave on the line, and we're talking about guns on Gun Talk. So I've got, Dave, is it a CZ? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
I've got a CZ 20 gauge over and under that I bought right before you took the shop over from Mike. and I haven't had a chance to go hunting with it. But I bought it because I had a regular 20 gauge auto, and I could not hit anything. I'm sorry, I had a 12 gauge. It was so much. It was cold. I had so much clothes on. I missed 30 quail before I hit one, and the dog was giving me a bad, dirty look. Man, it wasn't funny. But I bought that because one of the guys that I was hunting with, he had an over and under, and I got a chance to shoot it, and that's when I hit the one I hit. I don't know why, but that gun swung a lot easier, and maybe it's because it's made for upland hunting, I guess. I don't know, but I really can't wait to hunt with that gun. And there's a lot of demand for over and unders right now. A lot of folks are looking for those.
Yeah, so there is more to gun fitment than you can ever imagine. And what I would guess, and this is just a guess based on the 2 minutes that you've been talking, is that it had less to do with the gun, like an over and under versus a semi-auto.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously there are some guys who shoot semi-autos and never miss. But it has to do with how the gun fits you, and when you pull it up, is it lining up with your line of sight? And that has to do with the length of the pull, which is the distance between the butt pad and the trigger. It has to do with the comb height, which is the top of the stock and where your cheek rests on it, and where the line of sight down the barrel is. All of those things are very specific to an individual shooter. And you'll get some guys who say, I pick up this gun, I can't hit anything. I pick up that gun, and I'm dead on. And it has to do with how the gun fits you specifically. So, over and unders are phenomenal guns. They were specifically designed for exactly shooting quail, upland type hunting. They are usually more balanced because they are all about the shooting aspect of it and not as much about cycling and multiple shots and those kind of things. So they are generally better set up for that kind of hunting. But even some over and unders guys say, I can't shoot this over and under, but I can shoot that over and under. And it purely comes down to how they're set up. That's where you need that. That's where you come to somebody like Walt Gaskins, who is our gunsmith. And honestly, he knows he'll have forgot more things about shotguns than pretty much the entire city of Des Moines will ever know. That dude knows more stuff about shooting and setting up guns and picking the right one. That's where you go if you're really serious about it, and you have him help you pick out the right gun so that that when you pull that gun up and put it on your shoulder and put your cheek on the comb, where you're looking is right where you're going to shoot and where you want to shoot. And then that's how those guys who are competitive shooters, they don't aim their gun. They just look at the target. And because the gun fits them so well, wherever they're looking, that's where they're shooting.
Daniel Matthews wants to know, what could it be, a rising bird gun? Can you explain that, a rising bird gun? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what he means by that. I think what he's saying is that as opposed to like duck hunting, where you're shooting a bird that's descending,
yeah,
the upland is generally, obviously you can shoot doves. That's usually a descending shot. But quail and pheasants and grouse and those kind of things are usually starting on the ground and rising up. And so it's a different movement. Where you're putting the gun relative to the animal is different. Where on a duck, you're shooting below them or in front of them as they're crossing you, whereas a quail and a pheasant, as they're rising, you're shooting above them. And so certain guns would be set up to maybe to be better at putting the where the barrel ends up from where when you pull it to your shoulder, where that gun is pointing. Again, it goes back to what I was talking about, the fitment of the gun. Where it ends up pointing may have something to do with that, if that's what he's referring to.
Okay, Jeff wants to know, people have concerns about ammo for the 350s and 450s. Any info?
Yeah, so we are getting some in. Like I have a bunch of 350 target ammo to sight your rifle in. To it's 350 full metal jacket, so it's something you wouldn't hunt with. I have some 350 hunting rounds. I don't have any 450. But we fully anticipate, and this is a guess, don't hold me to this, but we fully anticipate that about in the next month or so, we'll see a lot more of those rounds coming out, because the gun manufacturers know that in August, September, October, you better start having I shouldn't say gun manufacturers, ammo manufacturers know that September, October, November, you better be getting those kind of bullets out to the public. So we fully anticipate that we're going to see that kind of ammo coming in. It's just up to this point, all the ammo manufacturers are still, a mile and a half behind where they need to be from production. And so they're going to produce the things that have the highest demand, which is going to be your pistol calibers and some small rifle calibers.
Okay. Kenny wants to know, on over and under, do they still make a rifle shotgun combination?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we carry them.
You got them?
It's usually a 410-22
Yep.
combo. Yeah, Chapel makes one we had in recently. We get those in, and we can order them too because they're not in high demand, so they're usually not on back order. We could order those. They're fun guns to mess around with. You wouldn't typically hunt with one, a 410 and a 22. It's more of a survival / take the kids out, have fun with gun.
Well, that'd be a good squirrel gun.
Oh, it'd be a great squirrel gun.
Yeah.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks back home in Missouri that's one of their favorite squirrel gun combos right there.
Absolutely, that would be a perfect one for that.
Yep, squirrel and dumplings, squirrel and noodles, grilled squirrel, fried squirrel.
That sounds like Missouri in a nutshell, right?
Yeah. Hey, I grew up squirrel hunting, man. That's how I cut my teeth into hunting. No pun intended.
First animal I ever took as a hunter, as a kid, was a squirrel.
I'm telling you what, those tree rats, man, they're good eating.
Yeah, single shot 410. Yeah. Still can remember it vividly to this day. It was a significant experience in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I can't wait to get my SIG in. And Danny turned 21, so he's going to be my son. He's going to be heading your way to get a handgun. Just to give you a heads up.
Very good. Yeah. Well, give me a heads up when he's coming in. We'll make sure that we don't let Kenny talk to him.
He likes Kenny. Yeah,
Kenny's a good dude.
Yeah, Kenny was really nice to him when he got back home out of the service. And Kenny was running the range down at Quabi, and yeah, Danny likes Kenny. So
yep, he's a good dude.
You got a good guy there. So, hey Dave, where can they find you, buddy? You did a good job today.
Yeah, so basically we're at 70th in Douglas and Urbandale on the north side of the road there, right across from the big Come and Go. Our phone number is 515-331-1577. And literally the best thing you can do is jump on our Facebook page, because we post probably 5 to 10 guns a day of, hey, here's some new stuff, here's some interesting stuff. And the best thing we do is marriage pro tips. If you want to improve your marriage, jump on Facebook, JLM Shooter Supply, and look at all the marriage pro tips that we post, because it will save your marriage. Well, I don't know if it'll save your marriage. In fact, it might wreck it. But you'll at least laugh as your marriage goes down the toilet.
You just keep doing what you're doing, Dave. You're doing some good stuff over there, man. So
well, I appreciate having us on. We enjoy it.
Hey, I get more feedback having you on every month. I appreciate you doing the segment. People enjoy it, so thank you.
Good.
Hey, I'll get in there and see you next week sometime.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Thanks, Dave. There he goes. There he goes. Dave Bloom with Gun Talk, JLM Guns. Go check them out. Marriage pro tips are definitely funny. Yeah, they do some good stuff there. That's for sure. Good morning, Richard. How you doing, pal? All right, it is 8:28 and some change. Let me take a real quick break. When we come back, we'll see what other fish we can fry right here on 1350 ESPN.
Hello, this is Dave from
That's
JLM
Dave.
Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt.
See if he's
We
available.
have recently expanded our store to better
I
serve
got
your
another
needs.
picture.
We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet
And
any
I got a
budget.
little dough.
We can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection.
Yep.
JLM also has a full-time
nice down
gunsmith.
there.
Oh, that's a great spot, man. That's a great little funnel.
So
Little
from
travel
ammo
corridor.
and hearing protection,
There's my
to gun
scrape
cleaning
right there.
kits,
That black,
holsters,
see that black
sights,
spot
we
right there?
handle it all
I got a
at
mock
JLM
scrape
Shooter
right there.
Supply in
A lot of
Urbandale.
action down there.
Please
Oh,
stop
that's
by
where
and
all
see
them
us
pictures
at
were.
6931
They
Douglas
love
Avenue
that pure
in
whitetail
Urbandale.
stuff,
Or
man.
call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship,
Jeremy, thanks for watching the show this morning, buddy. I appreciate you. Be good.
we offer a family-friendly,
Thank you.
straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life.
Yeah, I didn't know that 5.5. I didn't know that 5.5 was a 5.56 was a NATO round. That makes sense. You know, because why is it a 2.23 and then why is it a 5.56? You know, I tell you what, man. People that are into guns, I mean, I know how to clean a gun, and I grew up with a shotgun and 22. I think my dad, I think we had a 30-30. And then when I was in the service, I had a 45 because I was a former medic. I only carried a 45, so I had to clean that.
Lollipop store located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard at Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most
all you reloaders out there, that's all that knowledge you guys got.
Caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix. Just
yeah, hey Ned. Good morning.
Lollipop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin or gift package. Lollipop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lollipop. It's the same great popcorn
you're off for a few days, huh?
Locally grown and popped to perfection. Lollipop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lollipop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lollipop.com. Lollipop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
Smoking Joe Smelter, Carl Chevrolet.
Get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping
I tell you what, before you call Joe, let's do the mailbag segment.
To help you with your purchase and
thank you, Ed.
help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports.
Yeah, and then let's do mail time.
Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need.
Yeah.
Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning
I got a pen.
and setup techniques.
Markers.
And our
They're not calling in for that. No.
They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons. That'll help you fill your tags.
Who? Joe? Yeah, right after I do mailbag.
East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
Yeah, let's talk later.
Do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the Lethal Products scent-free detergents, providing a layer of protection to avoid their noses. The next step is taking a scent-free shower, using Lethal shampoo and body wash and deodorant. Then spraying down...
Larry McCoy's on the phone. You're in for a treat now.
If you do this system,
roll up your pants legs and hide the kids. Larry McCoy will be on the air.
Also feature field body wipes that you can use to wipe down after walking into the tree
Gonna
on
get
warmer
deep.
days or emergencies in the field. Lethal Products also provides protection
I'll do mail.
from
I'll do
pests
mail.
like ticks and mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent.
We got.
Lethal Products is a hunting
Yeah, we're
system
good.
you can count on. For more information on Lethal Products, just go to lethalproducts.com. That's lethalproducts.com. Or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal Products will help you be lethal in the field.
You're listening to Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Worked hard all week. Got a little
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good old US of A. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Larry McCoy is on the line. What are you doing there, Larry Mack?
What is happening this fine morning?
I'm just sitting here doing what I do.
Oh, I've been watching.
How you like the new studio? Looks good with that Ecamm, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little totally different look there.
Yeah.
I was reading that little green line scrolling across the bottom.
Well, what a great way to get a message out to the folks.
Hey, no complaints here. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Did you just call in to harass, or you got something you need to talk about there, man?
I always got something to talk about. I mean, I was just calling in. I ain't talked to the lovely people of Iowa here lately. I've been super busy with everything going on. Actually, we've had a ton of rain down here in Missouri as well, and I'm fighting trying to get out to get food plots prepped and everything just because of the weather. But it's been very eventful.
Hey, what was the Backwoods Attraction seed that you sent up for me to give Andy? Tell everybody about that real quick.
Okay, well that actually there's two different blends there. One of them is called Velvet Plus, and it's more of a summer blend that grows up a little bit taller and gives them a little comfort. It's got forage beans, some sunflowers, millet, some peas, and other stuff in there, so the deer will eat and they can also bed. So their home range right now is usually pretty small. They're not traveling. If they got food, cover, water, they're not going to move very far. This helps provide that. And then in the middle, they have a blend which I really love. It's called Trophy Acre. It's an awesome blend. So it's a great mix of stuff. It won't get quite as tall. And then, like I said, the Velvet Plus will. So those side by side with one another really condenses the deer down, especially when the bucks are bachelor up like they are right now. They feel safe in there. They've got everything they need to eat and stuff that they need for their health as well. That's the one thing I will say about the Backwoods Attraction stuff is it has really been formulated for the health of the deer as well, and all the way down from their mineral to their seed. It's the deer's health is a mine, a healthy deer herd. If a fawn starts off healthy, there's a better chance he's going to have a healthy life.
Well, I got to tell you, I like that stuff. I was out there yesterday just taking pictures, and it's only been out a week or so, but it's coming up really good. And then that Lick and Grow mineral, they're hammering that. That's some great stuff there.
Yeah, it's formulated into some really good. It's a really good product as well, and it's good for the deer. Like I said, a lot of people associate mineral with just the antler growth, which is important. But I feel, just as my personal opinion, I'm just saying those fawns and does, the does need that mineral too for their milk to help produce milk, that salt, and then it also provides healthy because the fawn are the ones that are bring that milk in from the doe, so it keeps the fawns healthy. And if a fawn starts its life healthy, it has a lot better chance of being healthy.
Yeah. No, they're doing good, and a lot of folks just think about antler development with a mineral and stuff like that. But you're right. I mean that helps with the overall health of the whole deer herd when you put that out. But just make sure if you're going to use the product that you're up on your regs and rules of the conservation departments, because each state is going to be different, and like where we got it out, that way we know we're totally in line with what the rules and regs are.
Yeah, and like down here in Missouri, it's even by county. Some of the counties you can't, and sometimes. So yeah, definitely keep up on the regulations. Make sure it's legal to put out, but it can be healthy. I understand some of the concern in some of those problem areas where there's been CWD and other disease or EHD or whatever diseases have sprung up. It's just that's the reason for that. Totally get it. But you definitely want to abide by the rules.
Yeah.
The other thing too is, the pure whitetail mock scrapes. People are putting cameras out. I've had you mentioned. I'm telling you, it's every time I put it out, I've been putting mock scrapes out for a long time. I know Philip has as well. But I'm amazed myself just by going out and putting new ones up every year, and I've been able to really dictate and change the way the deer are traveling through the property by what you're doing right now in the fall. And because I was having trouble with getting into a set that I really, where the deer density was high, but I was bumping deer everywhere. So I needed to move that a little bit. So I had to make some changes to do that. And I used pure whitetail to do that. I made those mock scrapes in the summertime and really made a line on them up, and the deer just started filtering up that direction. And now that's kind of their travel route. And so it's allowed me to go in. I'm super excited about this fall to be able to go in it and see how effective it was. Because like last year, it took a little bit. You get a few pictures here and there, and then as time went on, the deer just started using it. And because once they hit that, the deer are leaving their scent as well. But it's a great product, and I've been really playing around with those summertime mock scrapes and put them in areas where I normally wouldn't, and I still get pictures of deer. So yeah, real super. It's been highly effective as well.
Well, I honestly didn't pay much attention to that until you and Philip showed me that last year when we started walking our lease, and Larry and Philip hunts with me on the same lease, folks. And especially for decoying, the pure whitetail, that powder, Larry, is better than anything I've ever used in my life for decoying. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, folks, I'm not exaggerating. I rattled in. What did I rattle in last year? 5, 6 really, really nice bucks. And I've never had that much success rattling like I did using that DSD decoy with that pure whitetail stuff on inside the cavity. I mean, it looks like a rainbow. It looks like a Skittle factory inside because they're all different colors. But boy, I tell you what, them deer get downwind of that, they do come in.
Well, yeah, it's great to use to not only mask your scent, but also just it puts a natural scent there. If they see a deer, they're probably going to try to smell a deer, so they're going to try to circle around and get downwind of it. And my Kansas hunt last year on Triple H, it's that's a prime. That's a high percentage of why I was successful there is because of being able to smell not only the pure whitetail that I put out in the dust form inside, but I also they sell that pure whitetail for the wind scent units as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when that deer got downwind, he's getting hit with nothing but deer smell. And I usually use the bedded up and the buck on a decoy, just the buck decoy or the buck powder, because obviously that's what it is. And the bedded up gives it just more like there's been more deer there, and then the buck scent kind of takes over. And you can see if you watch that hunt, it's actually on the Realtree 365 on Monster Bucks this year. You could see that deer's attitude change. You can see just the color of his eyes. It's change. So you know exactly when that deer smelled another buck in the area versus seeing it. Because if you can capture more than one sense, you're always going to be in better shape. And then the other thing is making sure when you're putting a decoy out, make sure you have room all the way around that decoy in most cases to where it's visible. And that deer, because there's a lot of people say they're going to approach him from the front. I've got plenty of video that'll state that that's not always the case. A lot of them, it just depends on the deer's attitude.
Yeah.
And some of them will approach from the back. Some of them will approach more from the side. And those are the real aggressive ones because them are the ones that are going to tuck their head and probably knock it over.
Yeah. Hey, Paula wants to know, do you know anything about the damage down at Mark Twain Lake?
I do not. I do not. But I know that there's, with all the recent rains and stuff, too, there's a lot of the reservoirs across have been getting quite a bit of damage. Actually, I was talking to someone down there that said they were trying to work and remove some logs on some of the reservoirs further down, but I have not heard about the latest on the Mark Twain.
Okay. All right, Larry Mack, if someone wants to see what's going on, how can they get a hold of you?
Oh, they can just on Instagram, Larry Mack 15 or RTG, Respect the Game TV on Instagram, Facebook. You can go to respectthegame.tv or go to our YouTube channel. The other thing, too, is, if you have questions about hunting, shoot us a message, man. We'd love to help out in any way we can. And hopefully learn something from you as well, because, like I said, we're a lot of times, you don't like to answer a question with a question, but sometimes we both can learn that way.
Yeah, if you got questions on watching deer, I'm your guy. I'm the official DW member of the RTG crew.
Yeah. Hey, like I didn't see 8 points on that deer. I thought to go to the eye doctor.
Yeah, I got to go. I'm running out of time, Curly. I'll talk to you soon.
Later. We'll see you. Thanks.
Thanks, Larry Mack. Hey, LC, good morning. We'll be right back with Smokin' Joe Smelter on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, America.
That's one good dude right there, old Larry McCoy. He's funny. Oh, I love it. That was one of the best things I ever did was moving over with them guys. They're good guys. It's my second year. Good morning, Speedy. Where are you at today? Are you doing a rib wagon? Are you up in Minnesota? Did I see something about you being in Minnesota?
Hi
guys, Jackie Bushman here
Might
with
wanna call
Buckmasters.
Joe.
When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed,
Oh,
the
we got 3 minutes.
Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre,
Yeah, we're gonna have
Lady
to
Acre, Clover
scoot.
Deluxe, and the
Man, we
Popcorn
got.
Pixie 6 to their
I know.
attractants like Game
The show's
Changer,
going
Sweet
quick this
Stuff,
morning.
and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you
Yeah.
better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to
I'll
large
do.
acres,
We'll
Backwoods
come back
Attraction
with Joe,
has
and
the
then we'll
feed
do
and
mailbag,
seed
and then I'll
perfect for
do
your hunting
trivia, and then
property.
we'll
So
be
do
done.
yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Hey, are tools part of your
Yeah, I
life?
thought you were up in Minnesota. Looked like that rib wagon was doing good, bud. Oh, speed. That Cookie's rib wagon is rolling. He's all over the place.
Saturday. That's Bob's Tools on Army Post Road. Bob's Tools on Army Post Road has been helping professionals and handy people do the job right since 1981. They stock quality tools like DeWalt, Milwaukee, Hitachi, and Occidental
This is the
Leathers
last
to
break
carry them
until the
in
top,
as
right?
well. Bob's Tools also has
We'll get
quality
everything
people
in.
working every day with the product knowledge to help you complete your job. Bob's Tools also stocks Vice's air compressors, automotive specialty, and pneumatic tools every day to help you complete your projects. Bob's Tools is located at 1493 East Army Post Road and is open Monday through Saturday to serve you. Call them anytime at 515.
Speed, I'll get a hold of you next week, man. I got some stuff I got to visit with you about some recipes. All right, buddy? Get your pencil ready.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the
Speedy.
moment. Fourth Arrow Camera Arms can help you video easier in the field.
That guy
They're
is like,
extremely lightweight,
he's
durable,
one of the
and
best
easy to pack.
things.
Their patented shoulder system
We
is
were
also
at
very
the
adaptable
Oakdale
to
High
any
V.
tree
There
or
you go.
ground blind
There you go,
setup.
Speed.
The
Speed's
bases
an
are
Iowa
and
treasure.
easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm, Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle
Man, I'm getting
consumer
pictures
video
left and
and
right.
perform quietly in the field.
I don't
You
know.
can even custom pick your setups with Fourth
Speed
Arrow
is the
camera
best,
arms.
Neil. Thank you.
If you're
I know he
looking
would
to tape your
appreciate you
hunts
saying
this
that.
season, check out FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field
Nope,
for
different
great
deer.
video action. Are you getting ready for
I'm
hunting
telling you,
season?
they're on the move
Well,
this
you've done
morning.
your homework, and now
Good
the
deer.
time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested
Yeah.
that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it?
I
Well,
can't believe
have
how
an
tall that
answer.
corn
The
is.
Milo Locker in
Corn's
Milo,
really shot
Iowa.
up.
The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton
Running out of
deer
time.
each year
The
at the
shows
Milo
went
Locker,
quick.
and they do each order like it was their own.
I'll tell you that gun talk segment, man. That's. I love having somebody on there that's not knowledgeable. He knows his stuff, man.
6231, and you're on your way to some great eating.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very thing. Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0 wide camera, you're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam Fish Cam that's totally waterproof and
I
ready
bet
to
everybody's just glad to have the park back open up, huh?
all the Tacticam cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible, feature live stream capabilities, with over 2.5 hours of record time that feature image stabilization that's far above other cameras.
Who's going to be at the concert?
The Tacticam remote.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
One remote to capture more angles and shots like never before. So when you're ready to record your next hunting or
Jerry,
fishing
I don't.
adventure,
I'll have to see if I got any decals, buddy. I'll see if I do. Those are just overlays or graphics on the screen. But if I got some, yeah.
It's Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We need to go to the phones because it's Smoking Joe Smelter time. What are you doing there, Smelty?
Enjoying the weather. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Larry McCoy called in, and I had to bump you, man. It was Larry McCoy.
I see where I stand.
Yeah. Hey.
But if it's him, that's okay. I accept it.
Well, he's a national celebrity, man. How I got to have him on.
I know he is.
Yeah, you know. So
that's our goal in life, is to be like Larry.
I that's what I do every morning, man. I get up and shave and say, how can I be more like Larry?
That's right.
I do.
That's right.
Ask my wife. She goes, gosh, you got such a man crush on him. I said, honey, he's one of my best friends. Well, you love Larry more than you love me. I said, honey, that's not exactly true. I go, you love Larry? Yes, I do. So I go, well, quit being Yeah, she loves Larry. She calls him Blakey.
And Larry's probably less expensive than the wife, so that's another reason why we like him, right?
I'm not touching that. I'm not even going to respond. Hey, what do you got going on at Carl?
We got a few more vehicles, but it's going to be a fun day because there's I don't know if you've heard that the Carl Chevrolet Denny Alba Car Classic is going on today.
Uh-huh.
So that's over kind of in the central area of Ankeny there. It's called the District at Prairie Trail is where it's located at.
Right.
And it runs from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., and it's a free show. And if anybody's ever heard about Carl's collection of cars as well as Denny Alba's collection of cars, I mean, it's one show that you never want to miss. And it's a free show. There's going to be lots of events for kids and families, so it's a very good family-oriented event. And it'll be a lot of fun to go out there, because I'm going to go out there today about 3 o'clock and look at everybody's cars, and they got contests, food, everything. So it'll be a lot of fun today.
All right. And do you have anything to sell?
I got a few things. I probably have 9 trucks sitting here.
Wow.
So I just need 9 people that want to buy a truck, and I'll have them right away for them.
Well, there you go. Are they crew cabs, single cabs, what?
They're all crew cabs except for one of them. One of them is a double cab, and it's satin steel. So it's satin steel LT with cloth. So
okay. All right.
But and I got more coming in because we were having a big microchip issue for the last 3 or 4 months, and GM's starting to get those back in stock. So we're starting to see more inventory show up from time to time. So so hopefully, things will get better as we go forward here.
Okay, bud. Where can they find you?
1101 Southeast Oral Labor at the Rock.
All right. I'll get a hold of you next week and see what you're doing.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Thanks. Hey.
Yep.
Give me your Facebook stuff.
Okay.
Joe?
Yeah.
How can they find you on Facebook?
It's underneath my name, Carl Chevrolet Joe Smeltzer. So that's how you can find me there as well.
Yeah, go find him on Facebook, folks. He's got great posts on Facebook.
Yep, we'll be there.
All right, thanks, Joe. I'll give you.
care.
I got some stuff heading your way, so I'll get a hold of you next week.
I'll be here all week.
Thanks, bud.
Yep, see ya.
All right, it is time for mail time. Mail time. Good morning, Elvis.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. You got mail.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail.
All right, this week's question for mail time is brought to you by Darren Eilander, American Family Insurance. Elvis Eilander, he'll take good care of you. That's where he's got my insurance. He'll take good care of you like he does me. This week's question is from Marvin from Madrid. Do you ever fish from shore, not a deck or boat ramp, but from actual land? Marvin, I used to, but I bought a boat. So, but yeah, I did actually. When I crappie fished this spring, I was right on the bank. So I was out there dipping and everything. But yeah, I'll be fishing from my boat most of the time the rest of the year. And then next spring, I got a couple of little small fishing ponds that are just stock of crappie. So I definitely do that from shore. So there you go. Marvin, you got yourself a brand spanking new WorkSharp sharpening system, courtesy of the fine folks at WorkSharp. This is yours, Marv. Congratulations. If you want one of them, just go to OutdoorsDan.com, look for the little cartoon mailbox, and send me a question to read here on the show. And if you do, you're going to win just like Marvin did. So congratulations. That's awesome. All right, I have got 3 minutes left. So if you want to call in for trivia, I have got a WorkSharp sharpener and a quick stand from Pine Ridge Archery Products. If you're a ground blind hunter or if you like to shoot a bow, this is a great prize. And that Fielded Guide knife sharpener, this is what I carry in my packs and stuff. This is a great one. 244-1350, 244-1350. I'll take the first 2 callers. And while we're doing that, I want to tell you about America's favorite dentist, Advanced Family Dentistry. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi is where I go, and he'll take great care of you like he does me. And not only just Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Brandt, and Dr. Williams all are there to make sure all your dental care is amazing. From cleanings to cavities, root canals, the crowns. They'll do your crown right there while you wait. They can make it right on the spot. No more having to come back later. If you need a dentist or you're just new to the area looking for a dentist for you and your family, please consider Advanced Family Dentistry. 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. 964-1490, 964-1490. Or go check them out online anytime at ankenysmiles.com. So let me see if I can get trivia done. Let me see if I can get this done in 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. The pressure is on. All right, Dustin, who we got? Dust, who we got? We got Tony. Let's go see what Tony's up to. Good morning, Tony.
Stan.
Hey, do you want to? What do you want to try for a quick stand or a sharpener?
Sharpener. It's the electric one, right?
No, it's not the electric one. It's the gilded, the handheld.
Oh, I already we got one of them.
All right, Tony. Call me back next time.
All right, thanks.
All right, there you go. 244-1350. 244-1350. Just put them on live for me, Dustin. We're running out of time. Let me see who this is real quick. Hi, this is Dan. Who's this?
This is Mark.
And Mark, you want to try for a sharpener or that quick stand?
Sharpener.
All right. You want a hunting or fishing question?
Honey.
Hunting.
17 feathers on a turkey. 12 feathers.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
You're going to have to call me back. It's 18 feathers on a tail turkey.
I went on 17 before.
No, it's 18, Mark. Thanks, bud. Call me back. See, he's trying to make his own question up and give me the answer, and it's still wrong. So that's all right. That's all right. Well, we'll do trivia again next week. I ran out of time this week, man. 17. It's 18. Tell me there's 17.
If you're going to do your question, you got to have the answer.
Yeah, if you're going to make up your own trivia question, you got to have the answer right. Come on. I mean, that's only fair. All right, well, an hour went quick, so I want to thank Dave Bloom. I want to thank Larry McCoy. Thanks to Dustin for filling in for Andrew today, and thank you for watching and listening to us on Facebook Live and here on the radio. We couldn't do the show without you. I want to thank all the sponsors who help me do the program each and every week. I couldn't do it without them. They're the ones paying the bills, so thank you so much. Please tell if you're going to be out and about, go to OutdoorsDan.com. And that'll give you all the sponsor listing on the Outdoors Dan radio page. If you're going to be out and about, thank them, will you? Tell them thanks for helping with the outdoors. I know they would appreciate hearing that. Till next week, that is going to wrap it up. Be good to one another. We're all in it together. And until then, God bless. Goodbye.
Everyone that goes outdoors needs a good partner. One partner that is very important.
2 hours of outdoor power in the books. You guys be good. Be safe out there. And I will see you next week. If you need me for anything, hit me up here on Facebook or go to OutdoorsDan.com. My email's right there. Thanks, everybody, for being part of the show. I really appreciate you. Be good, and see you later.
And the blades are made with the highest quality high-carbon stainless steel.